This particular room, don't give it out.
You know how they say every hotel has that one room, the one that's always mysteriously available, even on a sold-out Saturday night. I always thought it was just a silly urban legend, something to tell around a campfire. Then I took a job working the night shift at a small, roadside hotel just off the main highway, and I learned the truth. The room was 312, it was always kept perfectly clean. The bed was neatly made, the furniture was in perfect condition, and it had the same view of the parking lot and the distant woods as the room next door. It was even the same price, but something was off. No matter how busy we got, no matter how many desperate travelers we had to turn away, the manager's rule was absolute, not that room. He'd say it with this finality, this stone-cold seriousness that told you not to ask why. I just figured he was superstitious or maybe saving it for a special guest who never showed up. Then came the night that changed everything. It was late, probably around 1:40 a.m. in the morning. The kind of quiet where you can hear the hum of the ice machine from down the hall. The front door chimed, and a man stumbled in, looking like he'd been wrestling with the road for hours. His eyes were red-rimmed with exhaustion, his shoulders slumped. He just looked desperate for a place to sleep. He asked if we had anything at all. I gave him the bad news. "Sorry, sir, we're completely sold out." You could see the hope drain from his face. And that's when I hesitated. I looked at the key rack, at the single key hanging there. 312. I felt a pang of guilt. The room was empty. It was clean. Why not? Against my better judgment, I told him about it. "Well," I said, "there is one room ... double quotes. The moment the number 312 left my lips, I felt the air in the lobby get colder. My manager, who had been in the back office, must have overheard. He came out, and his face was a mask of, well, I don't know what it was. Not anger, but something closer to dread. He pulled me aside, his voice dropping to a low, urgent whisper. "Listen to me very carefully," he said, his eyes boring into mine. "If that man comes down in the morning and asks for a refund, you give it to him, no questions asked. You don't ask why, you don't argue, you just give him his money back and let him go." That should have been my cue to run. That should have been the giant, flashing neon sign telling me I'd made a terrible mistake. But the man was already signing the registration card, his hand shaking slightly from fatigue. I handed him the key, trying to plaster on a reassuring smile. He just nodded, took the key, and headed for the elevator. I watched him go, a knot of anxiety tightening